Watching this video isn't going to get you the results that you desire with boxing, nor is doing some 10-piece intricate combination. What does get you the results is repetition over years and years and years of the fundamentals of boxing. Now, most coaches, they don't want to go through this repetition with you, and therefore they'll never produce a great boxer. So in this video, I'm going to teach you how you actually become a great boxer. I watched a Chris Eubank interview recently, and he talked about how most coaches today are just PE teachers.
Fighters today are taught by PE teachers, not fighters.
All they think boxing is fitness. I think the fitter you are, the better you'll do. But that is not the case. You've got to actually learn the art. You've got to learn how you get better. You've got to learn all the techniques, and you've got to repeat those techniques for a very long period of time before you actually become good. You might notice the difference between fighting and sparring is in sparring, you'll be able to think a little bit more. You'll think about what you're doing and, things you want to try. Whereas in a fight, you sort of just don't think at all, and you rely solely on your motor skills, which is what we're going to talk about next. Now, your motor skills are, I'll give you an analogy. Imagine hikers walking up a trail. Now, the first ever hiker to walk up this trail, there was no path from point A to point B. But over time, more and more hikers walked along this exact path, and it made a clear pathway. And this is exactly the same as the neurological pathways in your brain. The more repetition, the more indented that pathway is, and the more easier it is to walk down. For example, if I throw the cross for the first time, all the technique is going to be wrong. I'll have my chin in the air, I'll be tensed up, I'll push the punch out, my elbow will come out, my weight will come onto my front foot, there'll be no hip rotation, and it will just look rubbish. And that's creating that first pathway from point A to point B. But once I've done it 10,000 times, my cross should look something like this, because obviously mine's brilliant. See what I'm saying? Okay, so now I'm going to give you the actionable steps you need to take to actually get better at boxing. And it starts with watching videos like on our YouTube channel, you should go subscribe, or being taught by a coach in your boxing gym, or just another friend who has a specific skill they want to teach you. Once you've downloaded that information, you can then undergo specific movement patterns and drills which create that pathway we were talking about, create that motor skill. And then you'll be able to do that movement naturally. Now, what you want to watch out for is creating the wrong pathways. This could be from absorbing the wrong type of information. For example, instead of keeping more weight back, I might distribute my weight more forward. If I was taught how to do that, then I'd be doing it naturally all the time. So we don't want to go down the wrong pathways. Implementing a drill looks something like this. So I designed this drill with the lead hand only because I've got a bit of an injury on my right arm at the moment, and it was slip, step, check uppercut, pivot across, and then step with the left hook. And the first time I did it, I was like, there's no way I can remember all that, and I just kept going over it, and I was creating that pathway until it came really natural. And then it just flows together, and your body just knows exactly how to do that drill. Another example, let's say I wanted to work on my footwork, then I could combine moving forward and moving backwards with pivots. And how I do that is by stepping in, pivoting, stepping out, pivoting. And then I just continuously do this same movement until, as I say, this motor skill gets developed, and I just do it on autopilot. You can start doing these drills, but you might not realize that you're doing them wrong. So we need to use the AAA method. The AAA method is finding a flaw in your technique and whatever drill you're doing by either videoing yourself or being told from a coach. Then you need to figure out how you can rectify this mistake. Then you need to have that at the forefront of your mind as you continuously repeat the rectification throughout your drill. And if you don't know what the flaws are, then make sure you send it to me in my free school community, which is linked under this video. And also, if you want more information on the AAA method, then go watch our video on that.